Hello all, how's it going? This is Jen with Jen and Demonic, and yes, if you read the title, it says Voodoo Love Spell That Works Fast. Now that's not my idea. I want to tell you that I do believe in changes, in surrounding fields changes that ultimately get you the outcome that you desire. I don't believe in fast, but this is what this is not my spell. First of all, I should say, this is what the spell is about, and I am here to talk to you about this particular spell for two reasons. One, because it has a long tradition in history. It is done by summoning Erzulie Freda, which is a Loa voodoo spirit. And it has a long tradition. It's a goddess of love. And the purpose of Erzulie Freda is to bring love to men and women. So it is said that Erzulie Freda brings the heart of your target to you and puts you into the target's heart. So Erzulie Freda is the goddess of love, romance, sexual obsession, obsessive love, everything that makes a man, a woman in general, all of the above, binding together and in a way that they have never experienced before. So that is what the spell promises. On top of that, we do add our demonic energy, and we use Beleth for this purpose. We have not summoned Urzuli Frida in a long while, and that is because Urzuli Frida is a voodoo spirit of the Lua, or Loa, whichever pronunciation, whichever school of pronunciation for that you agree with. So Erzulie Freda is a voodoo spirit that is summoned by voodoo practitioners. And no, Erzulie Freda does not interfere with our own spells, because I can see that question coming. Now, what Erzulie Freda is, a goddess of love, is a woman, is a beautiful goddess that brings love to women, that brings men to women, and brings women to men. Okay? And it was summoned very, very, very often throughout history. And it was not until unfortunately the slavery in the United States that Americans knew of who Erzulie Freda was, because Erzulie Freda is an African goddess and was summoned with very old voodoo rituals in Africa. And some of you have had grace and casting, and some of you have seen grace and casting in our coven. I think some of you got a video from when Grayson was making dolls. So you know that is really, it's no joke. So he's a real voodoo practitioner, and he does very complicated voodoo rituals. And he will do one for us on October the 1st in Coven casting, and we will summon Erzulie Freda along with Beleth. So Erzulie Freda is a very complicated spirit. So think about this. When the slaves came to America, they were not allowed to worship and do their own voodoo rituals, because the slave owners would have punished them. So they resorted to create homemade candles that resembled Catholic candles. So they were disguising Erzulie Freda into a Catholic candle that was specially homemade, so that they could continue doing the voodoo rituals in Louisiana without being severely punished. This is the reason why the candle that is made to summon the love of your target to Erzulie Freda is homemade, especially made, and entirely made by Grayson. So it's not something that you would find on the market, and it will be part of your coven casting for October the 1st full moon. So now, if you feel like we are going to make it very cost effective as usual for you to join us in our coven casting, but if you feel like you want to do a chant to Urzuli Frida, I'm going to reach out to my notes here. So remember, this is a petition. You're going to need the come to me oil. So if you want to start binding John Doe to you, and let's say you are Jane Doe and you want to bind John Doe to you, you're going to need a come to me oil, right? And then you're going to need a petition. Forget this. We did this last time, right? But I also told you that this is the Petition 101. So this is really like basic, right? Instead, we're going to write name and last name. I believe we already wrote John Doe here. John Doe and date of birth. If you have it, don't write down a date of birth that is wrong or you think might be wrong. And then you anoint it with come to me oil, right? And now you're going to write, I'm going to put it right here, what you're going to write. And obviously you have to look at the explanation of the video for a lot of reasons. You're going to write, O Ezili Freda DAHOMEY, Lady of Love. Let this doll, well, you're not going to have a doll because I said it's a very complicated ritual. Grayson makes the doll and says that for you. But if you want to do this on your own, oh my God, if you want to do this on your own, get the picture of a target, even on your phone. Look at the picture of John Doe and say and write, O Urzulifrida DAHOMEY, Lady of Love. Let this picture of John Doe, let his heart beat for me until I release him from this spell. That goes here. So let's do it again. You're gonna write, O Urzulifrida DAHOMEY, Lady of Love. Let this picture be John Doe. Let his heart beat for me until I release him from this spell. When Grayson does it at our coven, what he'll do next Thursday, he will create a doll with, that resembling your target, symbolizing your target. I'm sorry, guys. We cast until like 3 a.m. last night, so my brain is a little foggy today. So he will make a doll resembling your target, and some of you have seen the video of how he makes a doll about, with earth and everything. So some of you are familiar with how Grayson works. And then he will chant, O Urzulifrida DAHOMEY, Lady of Love. Let this doll, because he has a doll in front of him, be so and so. Let his heart beat for you until him, release him from this spell. So it is a binding spell, so it will add a clocking system. So technically this guy cannot be unbinded, or this woman cannot be unbinded. There is also a chant. Once you wrote this, I suggest you look at this. You put a little red candle on top and you burn it. And as you burn the red candle on top, you say this. And I'm also going to write this. This is advanced casting, guys. This is why I think it's best if you come to us But if you want to give it a stab on your own, I'm more than happy to help you. But again, if you are new and you're just stumbling upon my channel and you hear all this and you go like, oh my God, what am I watching? This doesn't make sense to me. I totally understand that it doesn't make sense to you because you are new. Maybe you want to watch the other videos, the one where the candle is already made, where things are a little simple, because this is, we're going up on a steep curve, and this is a little bit more of advanced methods. This is why you come to us rather than do it your own. But I give you that alternative. So again, we're going to chant together. Ezili Freda, Ezili Freda, Ezili O, manje, moun, anko, Inosan Bondye, Ezili Fre, yo, fanm, Ezili Fre, yo, blanch. 7 times. I'm going to put this down here. If you feel like you, again, if you want to give it a stab, go ahead. Once the candle has burned, gather all your remains, fold all your remains towards you, put it in aluminum foil so it doesn't spill anywhere, put it in a dark place until the next new moon, and then you release it in the next new moon. So this is a little bit of a, I would say we're going on to advanced, you know, because the Erzulie Freda ritual requires a lot of stuff that would be a little bit difficult, quite honestly. If you've never done spell casting, it would be a bit difficult for you to learn. We might do at some point. I might invite Grayson if he feels like it and share. He does a lot of things, and he does a lot of things for the community, shares a lot of wisdom and healing practices. So it would be totally, I'm assuming he would be totally okay with sharing that with you. But for this, for the purpose of this video, just know that we're going to do all the work next October the 1st if you want to join our Coven cast. Well, all we need is your picture, his picture, 2 separate pictures, name of him, name of you. If you have the date of birth, fine, but if you're not sure about the date of birth, leave it out, and we'll make it cost effective. Or if you alternatively want to try this on your own, I'm going to post, oh my God, I need some sleep before I go for my second night of Coven casting. So I'm going to post what you write in your petition down here. I'm also going to post the chant to Urzulifrida Freda. But remember, this is a very, I don't guarantee on this. This is something that I'm going to give you as an alternative if you want to try. But the best thing is really the Coven cast, because we have a very experienced voodoo practitioner in our Coven. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna go get me some sleep because we have a lot of people we're casting on for new moon release before I join my sisters. And as you can tell, I was very tired, even when I was rambling a little bit, so please bear with me and thank you for your patience. And again, there is a Coven cast October the 1st for love binding, sexual love, obsessive love, with the help of goddess Erzulie Freda and Belek. And I'm gonna post all of this, and Hannah will help me out because I'm sure that between now and 30 minutes I might fall asleep. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Jen with Jenny Demonic. Please stay safe. Bye.